Hey everybody, you know what's fun? Hanging out with friends, enjoying the sunshine and just living life to the fullest. But you know what's not fun? It's not the common cold, that's for sure. That little bugger can turn your day upside down in no time. 1 minute you're fine, living your best life, maybe even planning your next adventure. The next minute you're basically a human tissue dispenser surrounded by a mountain of used tissues, and don't even get me started on the flu. It's like the common cold's bigger, meaner cousin that just won't leave you alone. Imagine the common cold, but with a bad attitude and a knack for making you feel absolutely miserable. Flu season rolls around and it's like a zombie apocalypse. Except instead of brains, everyone wants your hand sanitizer and tissues. The worst part, it's contagious. You can't escape it and it spreads like wildfire. You spend all day dodging coughs and sneezes like you're in an action movie trying to avoid the invisible enemy. Except instead of dodging bullets, you're dodging tiny droplets of... Well, you know, it's a battle out there. So yeah, colds and flu. Not my idea of a good time. They can really put a damper on things, but for some people it's even worse. It can lead to serious complications and even hospital visits. And that's what we're talking about today. The impact of colds and flu on our lives and how we can better protect ourselves. For people with multiple sclerosis or MS, getting sick with a cold or the flu isn't just an inconvenience, it's like adding insult to injury, literally. So what is MS? Imagine your immune system is a party guest who's had a little too much to drink. Instead of just ignoring the snacks, which in this case is the myelin protecting your nerves, they decide to eat all of it. Not cool, right? This causes all sorts of problems with your body's communication system, like fatigue, vision issues, and trouble walking. It's like your body's wiring is all messed up. Now let's talk about those delightful cold and flu symptoms, shall we? First up, we have the fever. You know that feeling when you're suddenly hotter than a jalapeno eating contest in July? Then there's the cough. It starts as a little tickle in your throat and quickly escalates into a full-blown symphony of hacking and wheezing. And who could forget the body aches? It's like every muscle in your body decided to hold a tiny protest all at once. They even brought signs, but you're too tired to read them. Section 4, MS Warriors versus the Flu, a heavyweight bout. Imagine stepping into the ring not against a single opponent, but against a tag team of relentless fighters. That's what it's like for people with multiple sclerosis when they catch the flu. For people with MS, these symptoms aren't just annoying, they're debilitating. The flu doesn't just knock on the door, it barges in, uninvited, and makes itself at home. They're like supersized, extra-strength versions of themselves. Every symptom is magnified, every ache amplified. It's as if the flu has been hitting the gym, bulking up just to make life harder. It's like the flu went to a How to Be More Miserable seminar and took excellent notes. It's not just a cold, it's a masterclass in discomfort. Remember that fatigue we talked about? The kind that makes you feel like you're wading through molasses? Well, imagine that, but with a fever and chills. Well, add a cold or the flu on top of that, and you've got a recipe for exhaustion that could rival a sloth after a marathon. It's a level of tired that's hard to describe, but impossible to ignore. And the aches, forget about it. Every muscle, every joint feels like it's been through a grueling workout without any of the benefits. It's like your body decided to recreate the entire history of painful experiences all at once. It's relentless, it's unforgiving, and it's exhausting. Someone get this MS warrior a heating pad and a vacation. Because after battling both MS and the flu, they've earned it. They need all the relief they can get, and a little bit of comfort goes a long way. Section 5, brain fog. Where did I put my pants? But the worst part, for many MS warriors, getting sick brings on something called cognitive fog. It's like someone hit the pause button on your brain, and you can't remember where you parked your car or your pants. Imagine trying to do a crossword puzzle while riding a roller coaster during an earthquake. That's what brain fog feels like. You just want to lie down and take a nap for a week. It's like trying to think through a mouthful of cotton balls. You know there are thoughts in there somewhere, but good luck finding them. Section 6. Laughing and coughing our way to awareness. Laughter is a universal language that brings people together even in the toughest of times. But what happens when laughter is mixed with a bit of coughing and sneezing? It becomes a reminder of the small battles many face daily. So, the next time you're feeling under the weather, spare a thought for our MS warriors. These individuals are not just fighting the common cold, they are battling a condition that affects their entire life. They're fighting a battle most of us can't even imagine, and a little cold or flu can feel like a major setback. What might be a minor inconvenience for us can be a significant hurdle for them. But hey, laughter is the best medicine, right? It's a way to cope, to find joy amidst the challenges. Even if it comes with a side of coughing and sneezing, it's worth it. It's these moments of joy that make the tough times a bit more bearable. So let's keep spreading awareness about MS, one laugh, and maybe a tissue at a time. Every laugh shared is a step towards understanding and empathy. And remember, if you see someone with MS struggling with a cold or flu, offer them a helping hand. It's the little gestures that mean the most, and maybe a blanket and some soup. These small acts of kindness can make a world of difference. They'll thank you for it. Your support and understanding can turn a difficult day into a manageable one.